we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Jets and the Eagles on Thursday night.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the 25 on second down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Here's Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They start up, and now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And this one too low. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Again, he finds more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They get Lane Johnson, the number 4 pick back in 2013. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Hall to start the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. On 2nd and 9, Wilson on the slant. He's got Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Eagles at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Sermon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this one is incomplete. Here's Aaron Siposs now.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Sanders. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Mecole Hardman, 63 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts over the middle, complete. It's Smith.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Man open left side is Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Hall. To the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And outbounds right around the 20.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, this will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. Play action. Now Wilson.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, throw right side, caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Throwing now is Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wilson. And incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Another run here with Sanders. Down to the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, this one was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Philadelphia, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6.